Hey, you're watching Disorder TV and we've got an exclusive Russian Club Studio session with James.
Come dance with me out of our heads, escaping a coffin, we're waking up the dead.
Hey, thanks for joining us for the session today. You've been back in the studio to record Petite Mort. Can you tell us a little bit about the record?
Yes, we've written a very uplifting record about death. The album is really uplifting and musical, musically beautiful, but when I was writing the words, my mum had just died and one of my closest beloved friends had just died, and so death just kept coming in. We called it La Petite Mort because it's a little death, but it also means an orgasm. So I reckon the lyrics are probably 80% about death and 20% about orgasms. My own experience of death, I was 21, I stopped breathing in hospital and they had to revive me. And it was an incredibly peaceful, beautiful experience. I actually resented being revived.
Piece of life really given. How long was I?
Which was a great experience to have at 21, to kind of go, oh, this is beautiful.
Give me your lips, dance the dead into living.
Musically, we like positivity, we do, and even if we tried to do something that was kind of a bit more sincere and atmospheric to support you, it would take off at some point and there would be that positive side to it.
Emily, come to bed, make a boy out of me.
Frozen Britain is about somebody who feels dead in their life and falls in love with somebody and becomes alive. It's that transformational moment of being brought alive by either a real love or a fantasy love. I've definitely been in a relationship where I became dead, you know, and then you become alive when you fall in love with someone else.
See, to me the title also suggests like little death. It's a little bit like you're saying that death is just a little part of life.
My mum was 90 and she died in my arms, and it was really beautiful. And I didn't have to think about it, it felt like a birth. And it was an amazing experience. I was actually quite euphoric for months. You'd have grief as well, but actually it was like, wow, it couldn't be any more beautiful.
Now, you've worked a lot with Brian Eno in the past, but you chose to work with Max Dingle for this, to produce this record. Was that a conscious decision to have a fresh approach?
We loved his name, Max Dingle. It just made you feel, you've got to work with a man called Max Dingle.
I think we were looking for something a little bit different, kind of sound-wise on the record. I don't think we knew quite what. I think Max has brought that. I mean, he's a strange man to work with. I mean, he has all this kind of 1960s ancient kind of archaic gear he brings in and just kind of takes over the studio.
Nailed someone for crimes.
Towers.
Just towers.
Yeah, it's like you're in New York. You're like surrounded by towers of ancient boxes.
Yeah, completely. And he kind of very methodically crafts the sound for you individually and kind of collectively. It's quite different for us, and I think it adds some of the kind of element of rawness and power that we get when we're live, and I think somehow that weight's there when we play. I think Max has kind of found some way to stick some kind of, I don't know, raw energy in there.
Judge, I have become interrogation of my own. Let the record show lies and self
So the two songs you played for us today were Frozen Britain and the other one was Interrogation. Do you want to tell us a little bit about?
Yes, lyrically, Interrogation is about how I find that the people I judge the hardest and the harshest, I find I'm guilty of whatever I'm judging them for. And it came from a particular experience of somebody I was giving a really hard time to and suddenly realised that I was a complete hypocrite and was actually completely guilty of the same things. So that's where that lyric comes from.
What was it?
Who was it? Me.
You don't.
Me.
I was thinking it was me.
Yeah.